You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Ex-Special Forces Colonel torches Trump for leaving the U.S. exposed, based on an article by Thomas Keeker. Trump didn't expose America. He broke the coalition on purpose. The source of the damage. The reporting here points to a simple fact, that the official language keeps trying to blur. Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth are not managing alliances. They are treating them like tribute arrangements. European governments were not consulted before the war with Iran, were handed undefined goals and a shifting plan, then got shouldered when they did not automatically fall in line. That is not alliance leadership. It is executive arrogance dressed up as strategy. Power, not confusion. The article's strongest point is also the one Washington likes to soften. This was not some unfortunate misunderstanding among partners. The people with actual institutional power in this story were the Trump administration, which chose secrecy, chaos, and then punishment. When a president starts a war, lashes out at allies for not joining it, and expects access to bases and manpower without question. That is not diplomacy. It is coercion with a flag on it. The misleading frame that our enemies are looking to exploit line is true in the narrow sense and evasive in the political one. It shifts attention outward toward hostile outsiders, when the core vulnerability is self-inflicted. Trump did not inherit sturdy alliances and then accidentally strain them. He has spent years belittling European contributions in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria, calling them stupid and terrible. If allies now hesitate, that is the predictable consequence of being treated as disposable auxiliaries, client states, not partners. The most revealing phrase in the source is client states. It should not be read as an exaggeration. The administration appears to view NATO not as a mutual defense framework but as a loyalty machine to join Trump's war. Open your bases, absorb the fallout, and do it all without conditions. That is imperial thinking stripped of the old courtesy language. The alliance only counts when other countries are supposed to sacrifice. Reciprocity disappears the moment America is asked to offer protection in return. What this reveals, the larger pattern, is not just Trump's contempt for Europe. It is the collapse of any democratic discipline around the use of force. Wars are launched without consultation. Allied governments are publicly reprimanded for not volunteering for them, and the resulting distrust is then blamed on everyone except the people who caused it. That is how authoritarian politics works in foreign policy. Manufacture the crisis, demand obedience, and call resistance disloyalty. The real lesson. The article is right that bonds built over decades can be damaged quickly. What it still understates is who is doing the damage. It is not an abstract drift, not a generational mood, not a mysterious exposure. It is a governing faction that confuses alliance with submission and treats shared defense as a personal entitlement. The consequence is obvious when power is exercised as humiliation. Cooperation becomes less likely, and the country that started the rupture becomes less safe because of it. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article. With the automated voice of John, thanks for listening.